They are pop-punk superstars and influential teen trendsetters.
They're hot! These singers hot!
They are music industry leaders with a history of pain and alienation.
Growing up as being a teenager is hard for everyone.
They are small-town heroes.
We're from Charlotte, we're from Waldorf, Maryland.
Hello, Maryland! And international pop culture icons.
We've come a long way, you know what I mean? We spend a lot of time just sitting around going, wow, we're lucky.
So the question is, how did these dirt-poor rockers from rural Maryland become one of the preeminent leaders of a pop-punk revolution? And how did they go so far with access to so little? Good Charlotte was born to be.
My mother always wanted me to be a lawyer,
a doctor,
an architect like my father.
My dad insisted on medical school.
I was always expected to be a part of the family business.
A bank manager.
But I was born to be.
I want to know, are you guys ready to get the show started?
I just want to live.
Good Charlotte are an eclectic group of young musicians united by a passion for punk and fueled by a mutual desire to bring music to the masses.
We're friends and we have a good time. That's the key to always enjoying music.
They have sold millions of records.
Lifestyles of the successful and lucky.
Toured the world countless times, redefined punk culture,
I just hated everything else out there.
and become massive celebrity phenomenons.
The day that you tell yourself in your head that you're cool, and you're in trouble.
It's just as good as you think it would be, and it's better.
They are punk's newest incarnation,
Amazing? No, but good? Maybe.
the most prominent offering in an ever-evolving line of pop-punk supergroups.
You know, we kick ass. We rock.
We're the best band ever.
Identical twin brothers Joel and Benji Combs were born in March 1979 in the lower middle-class town of Waldorf, Maryland.
We're from Waldorf, man.
You know the guys who wear the cross necklaces and their baseball caps on the side.
That's where they were born, Waldorf. Yeah, that's where we're from. I'm kind of the older brother of the
Alpha twin.
Shut up. Sometimes I act like it, sometimes I don't.
Oh, you're on your own. Yeah.
Joel's just a little more laid back. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's like, dude. We've always had each other, you know. And so like in school it didn't matter if no one accepted us or whatever because we had each other and we were in our own little world of wanting to be this and wanting to be that and daydreaming, you know, and, it was cool.
Joel and Benji struggled with the mundane life of this isolated working-class town, where after-school sports served as the only real outlet for youthful rage and aggression.
Like the time we made the baseball team, but they still laughed at us.
Guns and drugs and violence and everything is something we grew up with. It was normal, you know. We really sort of got tired of going to parties and having to leave in because someone pulled out a gun.
It was a lonely and difficult upbringing, and parental tensions only added to the already prevalent malaise.
Growing up as being a teenager and going through all that is hard for everyone. It's not easy for anyone.
When I was younger, my mom was dealing with so much bullshit that she didn't really have time to think about what I was doing.
And it was this difficult home life that helped make punk music a fundamental part of Benji and Joel's lives.
Every kid out here has an idea in their own head what punk rock is. And you can't tell them that they're wrong because they're not.
Its aggressive no-apologies ethic was the perfect antidote to a home life filled with struggle and hardship.
We were brought up to find ourselves and believe what we believe in.
I don't know too much about my young man.
At the age of 16, Joel and Benji's father walked out on the family.
One issue that's reoccurring is the fact that our dad left, and that's it's a heavy issue.
It was a crushing blow for the young twins in the throes of their most formative years.
There was a period when we were younger where we were really angry about it.
We checked his room, his things were gone. We didn't see him no more. Dick!
With no father figure in the home, the twins turned to their older brother Josh for guidance, and quickly emulated his love of Southern California punk bands like Rancid, Social Distortion, and Green Day. Shortly after his departure, Joel and Benji rid themselves of all association with their father, changing their family name from Combs to their mother's maiden name of Madden.
Our mom loves us. That really heavy issue of our dad being gone is really, to me, I think we've turned it into something positive.
Broke my mother's heart, you broke your children for life. It's not okay, but we're alright.
The years that followed were especially grueling for the Madden family. Money was scarce and opportunities were severely limited for a single mother of 4.
They didn't have a lot of nice shoes growing up, or nice things in general.
You don't have money to get a car, you can't get a job. But without a job, you can't get money to get a car. It'd be really hard to come up with money for anything, but because of that, they can't do anything else.
In the midst of the turmoil and adversity came a ray of hope.
Our first concert was at the Beastie Boys.
Oh yes indeed, it's fun time. What time?
Inspired by a Beastie Boys concert, Benji and Joel made the decision to start a band of their own.
Well, we saw the Beastie Boys and we were just blown away and we wanted to do it.
It was a new beginning for the two 16-year-olds and an opportunity to look beyond the confines of Waldorf, Maryland.
I picked up the guitar about a week before we had our first band practice.
With Benji playing guitar and Joel on lead vocals,
and I was too lazy, so I was like, I'll sing.
I'm crazy, yeah, the wild singer.
The brothers began actively collaborating with friends Paul Thomas and Aaron Escalopio.
I met Joel and Benji in high school.
You taught Vince how to play guitar.
The first practice was me showing Benj how to play a Weezer song.
We were really horrible. We didn't know any songs. Paul's the only one that really knew how to play anything.
Within months, Good Charlotte was born.
The weirdest thing about being Good Charlotte is
Good Charlotte.
having a weird, stupid band name like Good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte. Is it true that was from a children's book, right? Yeah.
True. Unfortunately. That's the worst name ever.
I was 15.
I was 15.
I was 15 and the name just came, and I wish now we had a cooler, darker name.
They played their first gig in a neighbor's basement for an audience of 20.
This guy named Phil Miller in his basement. It was really opening for Phil Miller's band, and their friends came to watch them, so it was like 3 of our friends watching.
The brothers dedicated themselves to their music.
We both write lyrics and we both write music.
And leveraged punk's do-it-yourself attitude to get their music recorded, distributed, and promoted.
And we didn't have any money, so we're like, we had a friend who could record like acoustic guitar and stuff.
Upon graduating from high school in June 1997, they immediately left home and moved to Annapolis, Maryland. Where they played a long line of electric and acoustic gigs.
The first time I even heard the name Good Charlotte, they were playing, just Ben and Joe were playing by themselves acoustically at this coffee shop.
Me and Ben ended up with, somehow we didn't have a place to live. Like, we had to move out of our apartment, and Billy found out.
So I was like, I got room for 2 extra people to come stay, you know, you guys want to come hang out?
And it was supposed to be like for 2 weeks.
You know, 7 months later, they're still living in my house.
So, I don't know if the shack's the right word for it.
Good Charlotte would always practice over there.
One of the bedrooms is haunted, so no one stayed in that bedroom. Billy's like one of a kind, you know? No replacing Billy.
With Billy on board, Good Charlotte began to experience a rapid succession of good fortune.
I'll never complain because it's better than anything I could have ever imagined.
The punk upstarts scored a manager, toured with Lit, and recorded a self-titled album, all within the span of just 1 year.
It's just been word of mouth and kids telling kids. And,
you know, just playing shows all the time and taking every opportunity that you can, and just hoping that that opportunity is going to be the one. Since we got signed and sort of a lot of our dreams come true.
All the puzzle pieces seem to be in place for Good Charlotte's rise to punk pop prominence. But fame and fortune proved elusive.
That's true. We were tired of moving around, you know, and like tired of being hungry, tired of all that stuff. Coming from a small town, when we got signed, everyone was like, "You guys are millionaires now." It's not like you just get signed and then you're, you know.
The financial reward they had been so actively seeking was nowhere to be found. When we come back, Good Charlotte slug it out in the minors. The aspiring punks break their backs climbing the ranks and get burned in the process. Watch as Good Charlotte reach new highs and discover some unforeseen lows, as Born to Be continues.